It was past midnight when that scream tore through the fog, sharp, distant, and human. The kind of sound that makes your bones somewhere inside the still-water graveyard. They say the dead in that town don't rest. The ground itself remembers every soul that disturbs it. I only came to take a few photos for my article, but the moment I stepped past the gates, the world fell silent, like the air was holding its breath. The deeper I went, the heavier the air became. Even the wind seemed afraid to move. It felt like something unseen was watching me. And then I saw it, a fresh grave. The soil was still damp, and the name, carved on the stone, was mine. I stared, frozen. Then the earth shifted. Slow, deliberate, like something underneath was breathing. That's when I heard it. A whisper, faint but close, coming from inside the grave. Every part of me screamed to run, but my body refused. I was trapped between terror and curiosity. When the flashlight flickered back on, the grave was open, and I realized I wasn't alone anymore. The soil around the open grave pulsed, like it was alive. I could feel the vibration under my boots, steady, like a heartbeat coming from below. My flashlight trembled in my hand. I leaned closer. God help me. I leaned closer because something deep down wanted to see. There was a hand, pale, dirt-covered, reaching up through the soil. And it wasn't reaching for the sky. It was reaching for me. I stumbled backward, my breath catching. The fog swallowed everything around me. Every gravestone looked the same. I couldn't tell which way was out. Then I heard it again. That voice, whispering my name. Claire. It sounded like me, my own voice calling from the dark. I turned in circles, light cutting through the mist. Nothing, just the fog and the faint outline of a figure standing where I'd been moments before. It looked like me. Same jacket, same flashlight, same terrified stare. But her face, my
here,
face.
listening to you all.
She thought the night was empty until the car began to breathe. The scratching rose from beneath the metal, not an animal, but something waiting. Each breath turned to smoke, and the silence moved with her. In the fog, even the air watched her, cold, alive, and listening. The ground shifted like lungs gasping for air. Beneath her knees, something old and restless turned and burned. A child's cry floated through the soil, soft, broken, pleading. Claire's flashlight trembled, and the night
exhaled. She clawed through the earth as rain beat down. Each handful of mud brought her closer to the thing that should never wake. Her fingers struck wood, rotted, cold, and carved with her name. The coffin waited, patient as the grave itself. Every stone whispered her name. 1,000 graves, one soul trapped in every one. The cemetery heaved in rhythm, soil rising and falling like a chest. The dead weren't sleeping, they were practicing breathing. She ran through the mist, the air tearing at her lungs. But the fog chased faster, whispering her name with every gust. Through the haze, a single light flickered, a shack older than memory. She ran toward it, not knowing she was running straight into the mouth of the dark. The door groaned open to a breath of rot and dust. The candlelight trembled, as if it too feared what it saw. A torn journal lay waiting, its pages whispering secrets. Her name was written there long before she was born. A page drifted down, burning at its edges. The words glowed like embers. The living are borrowed time. Shapes pressed against the windows, fog with faces. She knew now. The night had eyes. In the cracked mirror, her smile belonged to someone else. When I gleamed, alive with something ancient. Her reflection spoke first. "You shouldn't have come," it breathed, and the room forgot to echo. She burst into the forest, lungs slicing the cold. Every branch clawed at her as if the trees themselves wanted her back. The ground convulsed. Graves split open like jaws. The night screamed through the soil. Hands clawed upward, pulling life from the dark. The earth exhaled its forgotten children. They reached for her, not to harm, but to invite. The fog whispered, "Join us, Claire." Her name spun around her. Dozens of voices, one heartbeat. Each whisper sounded like memory, turning to dust. The mud rippled with trapped faces gasping beneath. She stood frozen, standing on 1,000 unfinished. The voices below called again. "Stay down here," they said, "where the silence never ends." She turned, and every stone bore her name. The wind laughed through the letters. From the fog, she saw herself walking closer. Same face, same fear. Only the eyes were wrong. The other her smiled, fingertip cold on her lips. The touch felt like death learning to breathe. The earth tore open between them. One Claire fell screaming. The other simply walked. Dawn broke soft and empty. Only dew remained. No footprints, no Claire. Rescuers combed the graves, calling her name. They found only a camera, half buried. On the screen, the night replayed itself. Every scream, every breath. The sheriff leaned close to the monitor. Her reflection blinked, once, without. The feed showed tomorrow's date. The graves were already closed and waited, static shaped into words. You can't bury what's still breathing. Then the screen went black. Street lights died one by one. The fog swallowed still water whole. The cemetery slept again. A single candle burned beside her grave. Unmoving flame, unending night. Rain fell soft, washing her footprints from the world. The earth sighed, satisfied. Beneath the mud, a pulse began to throb. The soil itself remembered how to live. Faces drifted under the surface like forgotten dreams. Hers, shadows walked the graves at dusk. One of them looked back, wearing Claire's eyes. She stands among the stones now, calm, eternal. The wind whispers her name,